gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
7 yards there and a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run it. This is Michel, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
1st down, Denver.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 89 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pass incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Sammy Watkins 61 yards. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And Michel will have the 1st down and more. And down right around the 37. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Jaguars 14, Broncos 7.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run with Michelle. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He's to the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship, third and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
A gain of 40.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them, that big play right there.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it first and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Jags grab it. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score.
Jaguars.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
And Lambo will put this one through, And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, coach. Break it down.
And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And take it right on the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did the other team, he just did that, trying to win the award again this week. Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Lambeau is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Being chased out left. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Mixon with a first down carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon, and that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll set up to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Amari Cooper, 32 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they have been dominant in this one.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Jaguars 41, Broncos 14.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Good. The Jaguars take over.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
You're not ready. You're not ready. 58, boys, 58. Cowboy 80.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Oh, get him, get him, get him. Shoot. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going deep here for Parker. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
The 4-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Play leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Touchdown, Denver.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos get a bit closer. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, 68 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
36 yards on the punt with no return.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Again, it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. And to give this time to the tailback. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
And 13.
And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Field goal, a 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now, anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
Denver.
Back to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
2nd and long. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Jaguars take over first.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Made at the 20.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Jaguars on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Josh Allen, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw now on 1st down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that Super Bowl getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Jaguars 44, Broncos 34. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, a Lombardi trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for